Welcome to another Do Not Disturb dog walk. Well, I've basically started the recording here because the location is written on the sign. Great way to introduce the place. Come on, Quigs, let's go. Hēnui Walkway. Hēnui is the name of the stream. Quigley. Good boy. Hello.
Hello.
Episode 201. I'll just tell you this much. This one will go up for broadcast on the usual routine in about a week from now. I like to put them out about a week for publication. But episode 200 is it's going in the Lost Episodes playlist. So if you're wondering where episode 200 is, well, that's where it is, and it will be broadcast at a future date when the location is no longer needed to be kept private. Yeah. So I don't know when that will be. You might look, it might be there, depending on how far away in the future you are. I've bumped it out to, like all the other Lost episodes, publication a year after the fact so that they can come up like memories. But it was good celebrating episode 200. What a milestone. And I think we did a much better recording for episode 200 than when we made a recording for episode 100. In fact, I feel a bit embarrassed about episode 100. I gave that location 1 star. I don't know, it's just where I was at on that day. And yeah, I didn't really make it a very special recording. So episode 100, although I consider that a milestone, it's not a good episode. So 200 is for the win. It was a good one. Oh, I liked making it anyway. And I look forward to the day where you all get to see it. Anyway, so you're like, where's episode 200? You might be like that. You might think that. Quigley waggles. Come on. Yep, so we're on the road again, Quigley and I, cross-country trucking. A long way from home. And I think that's why episode 200 is in the private files for now, because it was very close to home. Mostly because, well, for those that don't know, we live in a bus and we've been roaming free for some time, but recently we decided to rent a little bit of land to park up on and call it a home base. And so episode 200 is a tour of our neighbourhood. We played a game of The Road is Lava, mostly because I looked on the map and I saw how big our block is if we wanted to play that game and not cross any roads and just walk around the block. It really only took us about 30 minutes to get around it, but you know, it's a big enough excursion of a walk if we're at home and we want to go for a cruise around the block. And it was our first time around the block, so it was kind of an episode of discovery, so to speak. And I think I expressed myself about how this is my neighbourhood. I'm going to be looking forward to walking around this neighbourhood. in other news, I think one of the episodes, recent recordings to this one, 198 I think, or 197, one of those, we took my electric bike for a ride, and shortly afterwards it broke down. And my news about that is that, thanks to the support of our viewers, yeehaw, I've sent it straight to the repair shop to have a new hub motor installed on it, and then the next thing to worry about will be the batteries. It's interesting how that all worked out, because I originally went to the shop already. As soon as I put the new front wheel on the bike and put it back on the road, I went to that shop to make the inquiries about replacing the battery pack on it, because it's an old slab of a lithium battery pack, and I don't have that much faith in it, to be fair. And yeah, so they gave me a quote of almost $1,000 to replace the battery pack. And then I went away riding, and it wasn't the battery pack that failed, it was the hub motor. As best as I can estimate, the bike itself and the hub motor, everything about it, is at least 15 years old. I like old stuff and keeping it going. You know, I could go and buy a new bike for the same amount of money that I'm spending on repairing this old bike. I think that's the whole point. I think that's how we live our life. We live in a 1970 Bedford bus, and we've had to spend tens of thousands of dollars on that to keep it road legal. And I've got this other little camper van, which I don't really talk about very much, but I hope it's going to get rolled into the future of our YouTube channel. It's also a Bedford, and it's a 1983 CF. The thing about it is, I bought that one because it's the same age as me, and as of 2023 we became classics. Yeah. So, you know, my dream is to get that one back on the road too. It's just unfortunate that the big house bus has taken all of our money and energy to keep it on the road, and my little old classic CF has sat in storage with none of the problems getting sorted out. In fact, it's been so long ago that I don't even remember what all the problems are anymore. I have a great dream for that vehicle. It needs a fantastic, awesome paint job, including on the roof of it. I want people to be able to look down from high-rise buildings and look at the roof of it and see something cool. Yeah, I've got dreams for that vehicle. You know, and if I won the lotto, I know exactly what I would do. I've got the designs and plans in my head. And I even dream of repowering both those vehicles with electric motors. I don't know about the bus. I don't know about the big bus having an electric motor, mainly because it's a lot of weight and I don't imagine it'll get much range. And also massive amounts of batteries. The weight of that would just add weight to it. The thing weighs 7.5 tonne unladen, right? And maximum permissible loading is up to 10.5 tonne. So I guess theoretically that means I could add 3 tonnes of batteries. But oh my goodness, how much would that cost? How much does a standard electric vehicle battery weigh? I imagine it's about a tonne. I'm not really sure though. Alright, park bench ratings. The one in the distance over there, I think I'm going to give that a level 5. It's a nice looking bench. What do you reckon? And this one over here is a level 4, if not a 3. it's not quite derelict enough to become a level 3. Alright, back to my usual stuff that I talk about on these walks, eh? The dog walks. We rate park benches. It's just something that we do. I considered rating public toilets, and then I thought, nah, that's weird and dumb. But that's mostly inspired by my media studies teacher in high school. He went on a tour of the world, and every toilet that he used, theoretically, that he used them. Maybe he just looked at toilets everywhere where he went. But he had all these photographs, a photo album that he brought to class one day and said, hey, look at this. It's a photo album full of toilets. All sorts of different shapes and sizes of toilets from around the world that he took photos of personally on his world tour. I thought that was pretty cool. And so it almost made me want to rate public toilet facilities on our YouTube walks. But yeah. Nah. Park benches it is. Quigley. Oh, he's going to the river. That's alright, let's go to the river. That's fine, buddy. Te awa. The stream. He's a thirsty boy. And there's that other stuff that I mention every other episode. I mean, or every episode, not every other episode. Our 2 slogans. The first one is, never mind the 6 o'clock news. So I do tend to talk, blather and Skype a lot on these dog walk recordings. But I made it a rule right from pretty much the get-go, right towards the beginning of our YouTube history, to have the slogan, never mind the 6 o'clock news. And it's a bit of a housekeeping guideline that I like to tell you all about. And it means that I'm not allowed to talk about anything that's on the 6 o'clock news. And that prevents me from wanting to talk to you all about dumb stuff. Because it's pretty much all dumb stuff. You don't want to hear how pissed off I am with the Prime Minister. Orange Man bad in the USA and all that stuff. Yeah, I don't talk about that stuff. It's good. And it's also about how these dog walks are about enriching our lives with positivity. And that the dog walks are good for our mental health and physical health, getting good exercise, breathing in nature. I wish we could share that with you, the smells and the physical feeling of these dog walks, but at the very least we can share this, and that's about us wanting to share with you the experience of dog walking with us, with the wonderful Quigley Woggles, and the adventures we get to go on, and hope that enriches your life too. So that's why we're not allowed to talk about anything that's on the 6 o'clock news. It's a quality assurance thing for you guys that are watching. Kia ora. Aye, now where are we going? I don't know how long this trail is. I just saw the beginning of it on the map and decided to take us here. All right. Hi. I'm looking at the sign trying to decide where to take us before I explain the second slogan. I think we want to go I'm not sure where the arrows mean for us to go. I think I'm going to go this way. I could look at the map on my phone, but I can't be bothered. The second slogan on our channel is show us the poop. Show us the poop. It's a reverse psychology slogan. I like to imagine that you all could pretend to be mad that you don't get to see the poop. Right, so yeah, that's why we have that slogan. Because you get to enjoy these dog walks with us, the hundreds of hours of dog walks that we've recorded. But you'll never once, not once, see Mr. Quigley do his poops. Because that's his own private business. That's our private business actually, because I have to deal with it. You know, bag it or bury it, as the case may be. So yeah, there's no video of me picking up poop. But, you know, it definitely happens. I mean, that's the joy of owning a dog. You take them for walks and they like to do poopies here and there and everywhere. So that's why we have the slogan, show us the poop. Because you don't get to see the poop. And that's, I think that's a good thing. Like, that's why I say you should pretend to protest the absence of the pooping. Like, you're not getting the full experience. I want to see the poop. Eh? Because honestly, surely you don't actually want to see the poop. I see some ducks. That makes me want to grab a hold of Quigley's long line so that he doesn't get loose and chase ducks. He hasn't even realised they're there. Come on then, Quigs, this way. So regarding the show us the poop slogan, I would love it if you jumped in the comments and just typed it in. Show us the poop with as many exclamation points as you like, and poop emojis if you want. And if you ever catch me out talking about anything on the 6 o'clock news, you have to jump in the comments and say, hey, you're not allowed to talk about that. There is an exception for witnessing anything that's on the 6 o'clock news, like episode 199. Ah! No. Hello. This looks like a young dog.
3 or 4.
Yeah, okay, same age as mine.
Yeah, well, she was oh yes, you just want to play.
Yeah, if he wasn't tied up, he'd be running all around the place.
Yeah, she enjoys.
Oh.
Hey,
I'm not allowed to let him off.
why not?
I'm just the orders from the wifey.
I don't have one of those. I never have and never do.
One time I had him loose on this long line and I wasn't holding on to him, and he disappeared for 45 minutes in the forest, and I was stressing. And because he had the long line attached, I was imagining he was going to get himself tangled up somewhere and get stuck. But I just stayed in the same place that I last saw him, and then 45 minutes later he came running on back to me. Here comes another doggo. Yeah, so especially after that incident, Miss Wild told me no more letting him loose. I've got to hold on to him.
That's where I know that one.
Oh yeah.
Mad Hatter.
So this is a regular dog walk for you, huh?
2 times a day.
Yeah, nice.
I live 20 metres from the second new bridge over there. So,
oh, okay.
we come down at dawn, 11 and 4.
Wow.
Mainly because I'm too old to take her on the long one. She has to swim at lunchtime at Adams Point. But yeah, she enjoys. She has a lot of friends down here that she chases,
Aye.
which is good exercise.
We only really have time for an hour a day, and maybe more on the weekends. But we're from out of town. We're from Wellington, and so I bring him with me when I come up here for work.
What's work?
I'm a freight truck driver.
A freight truck driver?
Yeah, well, a truck driver.
Well, you could be stock, you could be
Yeah.
groceries. Ah, right. That's it.
I wouldn't want to drive a stock truck. I've imagined doing it, but it's just very smelly. A very smelly job.
Yeah, but you're at the front of the truck. The smells behind you.
True
And the
that.
mess.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's. I guess we go with the loading and the. Hey, what do you reckon?
Quigley. I'm a bit worried he's being a bit bitey. Quigley.
That's not. That's not bad. That's their playing on the jaws.
Yeah.
We meet a big yellow lab in the mornings, big male,
Yes.
and they go like that for hammer and tong. And they'll actually run along with one gripping the other one.
Oh, okay. This is some pretty good playtime. I'm glad we bumped into you.
Well, see, she's still coming back for us.
Yeah.
She's getting tied up for it.
We do have it.
Fella said that one day, particularly when there's that little growl with it.
Yeah.
He says, "Oh, they're fighting." I says, "Nah." And if one gets too rough, they soon get told off.
Yeah.
But no, she can take as good as she gets. Hey. So you do Wellington to New Plymouth?
Yes, regularly once a week.
That's a big haul.
I just stay here the night and
Transmission
then
Gully?
I actually try to avoid it because it's a bit hard on the gear.
It's a big climb, eh?
Yeah, so I like to dilly-dally along the coast route. You know, we call it memory lane.
It was actually, yeah, I schooled and lived in Wellington for a while. And yeah, it wasn't too bad. I mean, I can understand the commuters and the people that lived there. Yeah, I've done Transmission Gully a couple of times. I did it in a motorhome and shit, it was a struggle.
Yeah, well, this is the thing. Him and I live in a 1970 Bedford.
All right.
It's repowered though with a more modern Isuzu motor, but it's still very slow uphill. So I have driven it over Transmission Gully just to prove that it could be done, but I will go the other way just so that it's not such a hard wear and tear on my motor.
Yeah.
And usually when I'm driving the motorhome, I'm at leisure. I'm not in a hurry. And sometimes I drive the freight trucks over there, but it's the same thing, same feeling. Going 60 uphill at you know, almost 3,000 revs. I just feel like it's stressful for the truck. So
Yeah.
if I'm in a hurry, I'll go that way because it is a little bit quicker.
Right.
What's your dog's name?
Viv.
Viv.
That's what she came with. She was a rehome.
Yeah.
Her family went to Aussie, so
Hello, Viv.
I wasn't looking for a pup.
Hey, cutie.
What about your big fellow? What's he called?
His name's Quigley.
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 Q-U-I-G-L-E-Y.
There's some people called Quigley.
Yeah, I heard about someone called Quigley recently, like a politician on the news. I think it was connected with the Reserve Bank governor
Yeah.
quitting his job.
No, these two were brother and sister. They were both ginger-headed.
Oh, right. I Googled Quigley once, and it came up with it being an engine variant of a American Ford van.
Oh, okay.
These V8s were called the Quigley Motors, and I thought that's quite cool. But other than that, the kids named him, and it came from a children's fantasy book that I can't remember the name of. It suits him though. And we've got another little dog, a little tiny dog, and we called him Toto, which is the Māori word for dogs barking.
Toto.
Toto, T-A-U, T-A-U.
Oh, Toto. Yeah, we've got one in the neighbourhood called Toto. T-O-T-O.
Yeah, yeah.
He's a real escape artist. He always ends up coming down Hey, what do you reckon? Is she rolling in your patch?
Our little one does all the barking. He hardly barks at all.
Yeah, it's the small ones. We call them handbag dogs.
Handbag dogs, yeah. He's definitely a handbag dog. You can practically put him in your pocket.
Hey, time to go for a drink. You got grass in you, big fella. Hey, the wife will get into trouble. Or should we say the husband will get in trouble from the wife. Hey, I like rolling on the ground. Yeah, she does that a lot. Gets the back scratch.
Yeah, and I think they like to get the smells of the earth on them. Hello, nice to meet
She's a
you.
real company bud.
A lovely dog.
Up to 3 male dogs, she's certainly a lot different. Hey, good girl. You're a real softie. Hey,
You can have some pets too. Hey, is the stream safe to drink from? Like for the dogs?
yeah, for the dogs, yeah.
Yeah, good. Just making sure.
Well, my last big fella was a Weimaraner lab cross, who's a big 44 kg. And every morning we used to walk and he used to go down and have a drink. And then we had a bit of an issue with his guts. And the
Oh, yeah.
female vet said, oh, it's not good to drink out of the Hēnui.
Oh.
I said, oh yeah. And she was married to a dairy farmer. I thought that was a bit ironic.
All right.
But yeah, no.
She knows what's going in the streams upstream.
Yeah, oh, the pollution's bloody horrendous. But yeah, no, she's, yeah, no, a lot of them do drink there. Hey, hey, what's wrong? I feed you. Anyway, good luck.
Kapai, nice to meet you.
Yep, keep well.
You
When
too,
go,
mate.
When's your next journey home?
I go back in the morning. I start back in the morning. I stay the night here. My in-laws happen to live in the city, so that's good. I go stay with them. Kia ora. I just realised that during that conversation, I talked about something that's on the 6 o'clock news. Well, this could be the first episode where I do. Or it might not be the first. I might have accidentally talked about it in the past too, but didn't go too in depth into it though. But yeah, I just remember listening to the radio and some corporate banker was being talked about on the radio, and I just thought it was interesting because his name was Quigley. It wasn't his first name, it was his surname. I can't remember what his first name was. But that's it. That's the only reason I brought it up. It's kind of relevant, but I didn't actually really talk about the news. Well, I did it, didn't I? I mentioned the Reserve Bank governor resigning all of a sudden. Yeah, that was news of the day the other day, last week. Anyway, no more talk about that. Have to check the time. All right. Big tree creaking. That's what that sound was, if you can hear it. What was I going to say? What my thoughts are at the moment is that I'm on a time limit because I've got an appointment. A 5 p.m. appointment. It's only 4:05. I'm just, being conscious of it, making sure not to go overtime on this dog walk. It's one thing I'm good at, is being on time. Hey, it's the 30-minute mark. Good. Oh, that'll be about right. I expect this dog walk to take 45 minutes in order for me to be on time, so this is about it. We need to turn around and go back. Sort of. I know that a lot of that time was standing still, talking to a friendly local. So we'll do another 5 minutes of exploring and then we'll turn around. Nice place. I like this. I liked it as soon as I found the parking for the truck. It was a nice spot where the truck's parked. Ah. What do you think about this bridge? These posts. It's a lot of steel. Let us know in the comments. Yeah, okay, so we'll walk over to that bridge, see what's on the other side of it, and then we better turn around. The other bridge that's over there. Quigley Waggles, my doggy Mr. Waggles. Oh, hear all the crickets in the grass. You know, that's such a nighttime sound that it's weird to hear it during the day. Maybe some bug expert can comment and let us know if it is weird or if it's just normal, we just don't notice it. Level 4 park bench. Yeah, I feel like I didn't fully explain the park bench rating scale. It's points out of 8. We've got an 8 level scale for increments of judgment when it comes to park benches. Level 4 is average. We might see 5s and 6s. We have a few times. I theorise that 7 and 8 don't exist because they'd have to be gold plated or jewel encrusted, and so the scale exists up to 8, but 7 and 8s probably don't exist. So level 4 is average. 1, 2 and 3 are various levels of terrible. Interesting. The New Zealand Transport Agency built these bridges for the sake of cyclists, I imagine. Alright, Quigley, we're heading back. Hopefully this doggo and their owner, hopefully it's just a brief encounter because we don't really have time for more. Good to see he's got a bag of poop. He's bagged his poop. He's taking it out with him. It's very windy, I'm sorry. Oh look, here's Big Man and Viv again, coming over the bridge. Hello! Good. What's your dog's name? Baxter, eh?
Baxter, yeah.
Just as I asked, I saw the name tag.
Oh, right, yeah. How about yours?
His name's Quigley.
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 Oh, Quigley. Oh, right. Hello, mate. Oh, yes, hello. Hello. Yes, I've got a bag of poo. It's very exciting.
A bag of poo? Oh,
Yeah.
I thought you said food for a second
No,
there.
no. It's dog shit, yeah.
And here's Viv, who we met earlier.
It's just a day of the dog, isn't it?
Aye. Good time for it.
Yeah, it's nice down here, eh?
Good to see you again, Viv. Nice to meet you, Baxter.
Yeah. Enjoy your afternoon.
Thank you. See ya. Hikoi o te kuri. Hikoi.
All sorts down here. Don't
Aye, it's good. It's a nice place. Te Arapuawai o te Hēnui. Hēnui. Te Hēnui. Okay. I always got to make sure to say these words correctly. There's a strong possibility that Hēnui and Hēnui are two different words. Hikoi. Kia te re. I was going to say to that guy when he misheard Quigley's name, And he thought I said quickly. I thought, oh, well, what's funny about that is that's what the Google automatic captions sometimes call him. Yeah. Another doggo. Doggos everywhere. Oh. Ka pai kuri. Saying hello to all the dogs today.
Might be someone on your now, eh? Slow down, Wonder Woman. You've got a whole bag with you now.
Yeah, the fact that Quigley's name sounds like Quigley, that influenced the Māori name that I have for my dog, which is Kia Tere. Kia Tere means be quick or hurry up, eh? Which is cool. So yeah, Kia Tere. That's my dog's Māori name. I don't actually mention that very often on the YouTube channel, so if you're listening to this, it's a special moment. I've mentioned it maybe just a couple of times. Te reo Māori, the language of the Māori people. The Māori people who were the indigenous culture in these lands before New Zealand was colonised. Feels a bit weird referring to the Māori people as people, hey, as the people who were here. The people that are still here, I'm one of them. I'm a Māori person. Yeah, so in all of our dog walks, pretty much every episode, I'll speak te reo Māori to my dog. And other people. Not everything that I say to my dog is te reo Māori, but I do definitely have the te reo Māori coming out when talking to my dog quite a lot. Alright, so speaking of the language, the sign here says Te Hēnui Walkway, not Te Hēnui Walkway. They've just forgotten to put the thing, whatever it's called, above the letter that tells us to lengthen the vowel sound. It makes a difference. Hi. 4:15. Oh, I can't think of much more to say. Just talk about the fact that this recording is almost over. Yeah. And to thank you for watching. Thanks for watching. Episode 201, eh? Oh, another doggo. I don't know if we'll get to meet it. It ran off in that direction. A disappearing doggo. Oh no, there it is. Whose dog is that? Whose doggo are you? I don't think it's their dog. It might be, but I totally didn't notice that they had a dog until now. We've been following them for some time. Cyclist, inbound. Oh, someone's whistling from up there. So that explains that doggy has an owner. That's good. Up high. Wow. Quigley. That's going to be the end of the walk. Quigley. Yeah. No. Cold air. You're going around the tree, mate. Yeah. Haere mai. Yeah, bye. Well, we've got to get back to work. And then the rest of our... This is actually snagged. So annoying. Quigley. Yeah. Yeah. Another cyclist. Another one. That looks like an old-fashioned bike with no electric assist at all. It's just actual cycling. Good. Haere mai. Yeah. Come here. Ka pai kuri. I love you. I love you, my doggy. Can I bite you? Bite, bite, bite. Bite, bite, bite. I'm biting you. With my hands. Cool. Yeah. Well, that's going to be it for this recording. Thank you very much for watching. We've had enough for today, but if you haven't had enough, there's hundreds of hours of dog walks on our YouTube channel, so just click on in there, find the playlist, put it on shuffle, play it for your dogs while they're at home alone, sitting on your couch when you're not home. Put it on in your cafe, put the playlist on shuffle and play it for hours. Yes please, that'd be good. Put it on your cafe, doctor's waiting rooms, etc. That'd be good. Yeah, so thank you for watching and we'll see you on the next one.